my scoreboard.
Hey, what's up, guys? 3 weeks in the books, and one of the two of us sitting here is doing really well. The other, not so great. But it's 3 weeks in. Yeah, it's definitely you doing good, right? Definitely. Let's go to this week's poll question. Shouldn't talk about this one for an hour this week. Talking about being worried. Who should be worried? Should it be Brett with only 6 wins? Cody not being able to check his lineup? The whole league not being able to catch up to Austin right now? And Sean already being at 199 fantasy monies. That's a big deal to me because I know how Sean does his daily matchup. I know 199 is still a lot, but he's probably spent more than 100 because he's won some money, but I think he's won some money. Yeah, he's won some money with his overall record on the picks, but still. It's probably not 100, but still, he's spent a lot of money already, and it's 3 weeks in.
Yeah, all of those are actually good poll questions. Me with only 6 wins is awful. The whole league not being able to catch Austin with his super team right now. And if Sean starts picking games wrong, he's going to be sweating.
Yeah, he is. I like how you skipped Cody there because I like that. I mean, it's going to fire Cody up.
Well, it's the least worrisome. I mean, he ain't been able to check his lineup for a while. But
you're definitely right.
As long as he sits middle of the pack, he'll be all right. But if he falls below, that not checking's going to start hurting.
I think the obvious pick here is the whole league not being able to catch Austin, in my opinion, and that's what I'm going with. Because I mean, right now it's just, well, if you win 8 games, you still lost games to Austin because he's winning 9 to 10 every week. Is what it seems like.
Well, he got the back-to-back against the injured squad, so he is racking up the wins right now. I don't know who he plays this week, but if it's another easy matchup, I mean, he can probably just sleep the rest of the year.
I mean, pretty much, but he's been very active on the waiver.
Absolutely.
We'll go to week 3, last week's matchups. I did no research this week, so we're just going to briefly go through these. I beat Sean 6-4-2, a game we both predicted wrong. We went in Sean's favor. Very surprising. Me and Sean both, we're owners. We're very active owners. We know things happened this week that could have resulted in a different result. So not much needs to be said about it, but shocking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, both good
teams. No doubt about it. Moving on to your matchup, playing Austin, another 10-1-1.
Boogie!
He's scooting and beating Brett.
Yeah, that's it. Let's move on.
He racked up 20 wins against you.
Yeah. I mean, if we want to go up and look, there were multiple categories that were 3 to 4 things away, but hey.
They were close.
Yeah. No, but he's just racking them up.
Victor playing Rustier 7-4-1. Not surprised. I'll continue. Not surprised to me.
It's really not. It's actually kind of close, though. If you look at it, I mean,
D. Reeves 13. That's not many.
13 D. Reeves is low. Rusty
steals.
actually got lucky by gaining 6 steals, but everything else, I lied. Everything else is pretty far.
Well, free throw percentage is actually very, 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 very close.
3-point percentage is actually pretty close too.
Yeah, you're right. So,
not bad.
Good matchup though. Josh and Cody, the true rivalry of the league so far.
I ain't seen nothing this year.
Well. You would have
I'm in the group chat now.
Now
so spark it back up.
It was just funny. I like Cody changed his name, and he's right. He didn't set his lineup.
It's kind of funny, not funny. Set your lineup.
Yeah, set it. Let's see what your team can really do. But what's the point of that? He still put up 11
What's
double-doubles.
the point in that? The point in having a serious fantasy player.
11 double-doubles. That's a good number.
Absolutely. 11 double-doubles. I think that's first, isn't it? I don't think Austin had that many.
I think he had 10, didn't he?
Yeah. 11 double-doubles is very impressive. Is that leading to the D-Reeves, though?
I don't know. I'm 170.
He's sitting at 173, and that is not, that's an average. If you're looking across the board right now, that might be below average on D-Reeves.
Could be a mixture of those O rebounds. It looks like he has quite
So maybe you just have a strong selection of dub-dubs, or maybe there's a lucky week, one of the two, but 11 dub-dubs is strong.
Lucky week or not, he lost. So we'll move on to what was backup matchup of the week. She ain't dropping dimes this week. I mean, but team coordinator either.
Very close, probably best matchup of the week.
It was. They tied in D rebounds.
Went down to Sunday.
Tied in double doubles. Their double double numbers were so low.
Very low.
Which is very shocking for
Well, look across the board. It's actually kind of like floating mid-range,
yeah.
which is surprisingly low this year for every other year. Dub-Dubs usually like to sit around average of 7, I'd say, 7
Yeah.
to 8. But, I mean, if you go scroll throughout the board, I mean, 5 to 4 might be an average.
I mean, everyone down here has no more than 5.
Yeah, go up.
This lineup was 11-6. This one was 7-3, 10-7.
So probably 5 to 6 is average. So it's still low, that's for sure.
Oh, it is much lower than it's been, but I mean, for a Cali-based team, you're used to seeing way more than 4 double-doubles. I mean, she usually drafts big man heavy. Wasn't the case this year.
No, not at all. It was a little bit harder, a little bit rougher to draft this year. People wanted different strategies.
It wasn't. And this was a very close matchup, like you said. Interested to see where they're at on power this week, see if they both were very high. I mean, I don't know how the numbers look just on first bet, but I mean, they're not too bad, I suppose. I mean, points look a little low, but outside of that, I don't know. I think it probably comes down to those percentages. But we'll move on here to a surprisingly close matchup. We laughed at this matchup last week, actually.
Yeah, we did.
Just went ahead and said, let's just go on to.
Don't worry, Dominic, I got your back later.
Oh, he does. He does indeed. Dominic played him close 7-5-0 for Heath's team.
Yeah.
He's
He's back home.
back home.
He's back home.
But
He took a vacation.
We disagree on the trade, but we'll see.
Strongly.
Strongly.
Whatever. All right. We got the redemption and Team Nance.
Hey, Santana gets a big win. I think Kyle's team gets a little better.
Yeah,
but check this out.
All right, let's see.
3 weeks in, still doesn't have a top.
Hey, that's
I love
nice,
it.
man. That's
I
nice.
love it.
Who was that? I remember 2 years ago. That was like Josh.
Yeah, it was Josh.
Yeah. All right, going on to Santana's team, and I mean this is something
You want
everybody
me to
needs to
click
be.
it?
No,
Oh,
just
okay.
leave it. Just leave it. Just looking at the stats right now, not that great, but go to his team. He's still got some key injuries that can marginally help his team. Not going to kick him into number 1 slot, but he's still got.
Well, I mean, he's got Chris Paul.
He did got
really. He got everyone back but Paul.
Marcus came back,
He had a 10
still
and 7.
on a limited restriction.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris Paul's going to come back, definitely help. Like I said, not going to boost his team into like maybe top 3, but he's going to be a contender.
Now, I'll tell you something that's very shocking. I don't know if you know this number.
Let me see it.
75% from the free throw for Drummond. The other night, he made 14 of 14 free throws.
I ain't been watching game time every night.
We was on Xbox and I called him a liar.
Oh,
when
God.
he said he went 14 of 14 from the free throw.
Wow.
That's
No, but something to watch. Santana's team is going to get healthy. Going to take a little bit of a bump, that's for sure. But he's sitting like middle of the pack right now in standings, and that's something to be proud of. Where he's had an injured team throughout the beginning, so he's going to be a top tier rating team at least in standings, maybe not in power, but he should be able to carve out a decent spot for playoffs.
I'm just showing you all these matchups. You know, we don't predict our matchups here. So we're gonna move on over to OBS and need to get this
I
off.
don't think I've been in camera all the time.
Wow,
So
that's-
nobody watches it anyway.
Yeah, no one watches this.
Hey, let's get Dominic. I think that team name came over from John Miller last year. Let's get a team name change.
No, I think was it?
I think.
I don't know. I don't think John did a one of those last year.
Well, everybody else filled over except for Kyle, and he was Team Nance. He was an addition. Me and Cal.
No, I think that's. I don't think Breaker Change was. I think John had a name. Yeah, he had the Waken Blades.
Oh, well.
So that was him. I got everything popped up here on the screen, but like I said, we'll go over this week's
Let's
matchups. As you can tell, my top matchup is always matchup of the week, and it's Brett and Kyle. Brett doesn't know why, so I'll tell him why since he's here. I think this is a key matchup for both owners, in all honesty. They're both bottom-feeding teams right now. Brett has 6 wins.
Yeah.
Um,
6.
I think this is big for him because he needs to win. Kyle needs to win as well, but when you can count your wins on 2 hands,
Like,
it's-
almost
it's-
on one.
yeah, almost on 1. It's not good.
No.
But I wanted to go with Brett winning this matchup, but the trade Kyle just did, man. I like those players boosting his numbers this week and squeaking one out 6-5.
Good job, Heath. Don't worry about it. We know what the real stats are. All right, I'm gonna go on and defend. I mean, hey, this could be Kyle. You may get lucky. You may find the glory hole. I don't know, but I got Aminu out for 2 weeks. I got Aminu out for 2 to 3 weeks. I got Batum still out. I got Teodosic still out. Probably have something else happen. So, hope you can find your first win on me, but it probably ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
8-3-1 me.
Yeah, obviously you're going big with that. You need 8 wins.
I'm just saying off last week too.
Oh, you're definitely right. We got Rusty playing me. I think this will be a close matchup, but I got it going a close 7-4-1. And you as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good. Rusty's team's not bad. Corey's team is a top team. Going with the standard 7-4-1, trying to get these predictions a little bit closer than they have been.
Yeah, but good things these ain't for the fantasy dollars.
Nah, these are for fantasy dollars.
No, they're not, or I'd be broke already.
Keep your ears open, boys. On to the next matchup.
Santana playing Victor. Like you said, Santana's team's getting a little healthier.
Yes. Until they are. Victor's going to stomp that butt.
Victor's team, I just think, is much better. Victor put up really good numbers last week.
He did.
Since power rankings were already on the screen.
Yep.
You can tell he had a really good week. But we're both going in favor of Victor. I got an 8-3-1. You got the
7-4-1. Going with the standard. Trying to get him right.
Yeah, sure. Got Sean playing Callie.
Yep.
Callie had a terrible week last
Not good.
week. Tried to act like her and Brandon had good weeks last week, but obviously they didn't.
No.
I got it going to Sean. I think his matchup acquisition. Once again, I'll always say that whoever Sean plays, until he plays Austin, that his matchup acquisition is just going to overcome anybody, unless Callie's going to match him. But
No.
it's going to be too hard for her to match him.
No, not when you don't have those droppable players like that. I mean, those droppable players can be a curse, but then again, I mean, they can be something to cherish. But I mean, going against it, aside from last week, she has been a decent team. Sean's been a little bit above decent, but I'm just going against the wire. On to the next matchup.
Yeah. Cody playing Dominic. I love where you're going with this one.
It's your time.
I love where you're
it's
going
his
with
time.
this one. I think this is a close 7-4-1. I went back and forth with this matchup, but definitely like Cody if he can get on it. And I love your reasoning why you picked Dominic.
Nah, I mean, hey, Dominic played all right last week. Cody ain't checking that lineup. Dominic's getting his first win.
First win.
Yeah, over a 3-year.
You heard it here first.
Over a 3-year, if you want to call that vet. Check them lineups or else you get an L.
No, hold on. In the words of Cody, man, I was rookie of the year, most valuable owner. Man, I'm a veteran in this league.
All right, on to the next matchup. Good job, Dom.
Brandon playing Heath. Man, you got upset specials all over the place. You must not like Heath's trade if you got him losing.
I like Heath's trade. Good job, Heath.
And not predicting a triple-double is one of the worst things you could ever do in a Heath matchup.
Maybe I predicted multiple triple doubles.
Well, yeah, from each team, because Brandon's team ain't getting one.
You know what, Brandon? Good job on the W. Heath, keep it up.
Not a chance.
I like your trade.
Austin playing Josh in our last matchup.
Jay now stomping the champ.
The champ of what? He hasn't won.
Hey, he's the champ of standings right now.
Yeah, you're right. He's the champ of standings.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Jay now, Cinderella team. He's putting on the dress. He's taking home the
Give
crown.
me Austin. Josh can't pick up.
Josh is
what
wearing
Austin's doing.
Josh is wearing the tiara.
Okay, all right. Check out your power rankings here. Yeah,
Whatever. That's all right.
While we're talking about the real NBA games of this week, Bucks are playing Cavs. You disagree on?
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
let's go Bucks.
Pelicans playing the Pacers.
Indeed.
Surprising they were going with the Pacers.
Yeah.
Mavs playing the Wizards, so the Wizards are playing nobody.
I love John Wall.
The Hornets are playing the Knicks. Another one we disagree on.
Kimba!
Man, poor thing is going to block him 5 times. Bulls are playing the Raptors. Okay.
Let's go
The
Raps.
Bulls suck. The Celtics are playing the Spurs. Oh, wait,
Clips.
the Clips. Sorry, man. It's blurry back here.
Clips.
We disagree on that one. Give me the Spurs at home. Nets playing the Nuggies.
Nuggies.
Sixers playing the Jazz. Joel Embiid.
I mean that one you can honestly take anywhere. But
You can.
the last game, Joel Embiid. Granted, it's not been clarified yet, but he has said he's getting his minutes restriction lifted. Whether that's just rumor central from him straight out or not, but I mean that is obviously promising words to. Let's keep the train rolling. 76ers.
Promising for Kyle.
Yeah. I mean, still lost the trade, but hey, Kyle,
Won the trade.
whatever, bro.
Won the trade.
All right, Blazers over the Grizz.
Yeah.
That's a rough one to call.
It was.
If anybody says that without a doubt, you're a dummy.
We were upstairs, and he goes, "Hold on, let me check the Thunder's record. Who they playing?
I didn't even look at it.
Come on, they ain't playing nobody. They're
Sat-
playing practice against the second
Sat
string.
down.
Is what they're doing. Do we do anything else after this? Do we?
Have a good night, fellas.
Can we look at standings?
I mean, we can. Yeah, let's look at standings.
Yeah, let's look at standings. And then while I'm switching over to standings, I need some 3-pointers, and I would like a point guard or a center, but I'm not giving up the center. I only got 3.
Can we get a message board? Maybe we can put up another poll. Maybe I'll make it here in the next little bit. We want to know who all is actually watching the videos. Because we're taking our time out of our weeks to put on a good show for you guys. And if we have multiple people watching it, maybe we'll make an intro.
Maybe, but
maybe we'll do some guest stars. Maybe we'll do some prizes.
Dang, some prizes.
Start watching.
I thought we gave fantasy dollars away.
Not to watching the video.
Well,
hey, I'm gonna make a poll. If I don't, somebody else. We want to know who's watching the video.
You're right.
And we want to know who's not voting on polls.
Yeah, it was only 11 this past week. One down.
Well, 11 must have came today or yesterday.
Two did come today.
Come on, guys.
Austin running away with the Jordan division, already up 2.5.
God, like 6 losses. That is something to admire.
You would think that he's played you every matchup
No,
because
no,
y'all's records are flip-flop.
Oh. All right, on to the next one. The redemption at 17-17 with,
like you said,
Chris Paul's been hurt. Marcus Morris coming back. We don't know how he's going to carve out a role, if Jason Tatum's really going to slide over to the 3, Jaylen Brown to the 2, 4, 3 and 2 if he's going to be in the 4. We don't really know what he's going to do, so Marcus Morris may not be much, but it's only promising.
I think Victor's team's way better than 14 and 17. That's my opinion. I think he's just started off slow. Rusty's sitting at 15, 18. They're actually tied. But I don't know. I can't speak for Rusty's team yet. Still think he has a few moves for him to make.
Rusty balled out on a trade. Good job, Rusty.
You're right. Rusty won that one. You're at the bottom. We don't need to talk about you. We'll move on to the Shaq division. Sean and Heath tied up top with very different looking records, but they're tied.
Very different.
This was the division I said everyone was going to be in, but really I thought Cody was going to be bottom. I'm still not debating anyone out of this division.
I am.
You still gonna?
I am. Heath's team just got better off that trade. Sean, keep up them picks. Don't lose your money on these weekly game picks, or else it's going to start hurting. But I like Heath's team a little bit better. I like that pickup. I like that. I like the trade.
So you think Heath's team will win this division?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
No doubt.
I'll move on to our division. We ain't guessing who's going to your division. The division I'm in, I'm up by 3 games over Callie. Then you got Josh, Kyle, and Dominic. We both have already really eliminated Kyle and Dominic. Dominic's team got better. Interested to see how it continues. If it
his first win of the week might lead to more.
You're right. I think if he can make a few trades.
With what?
Well, he can make a few trades.
Yeah, absolutely.
But pickups are going to help as well. But I still think this division right now comes down to me, Callie, and the way Josh's team played last week. I'll count them in.
And this is just weird. Power rankings do and don't always transfer over. Sometimes they do actually show who's the best. Sometimes they show lucky weeks and just lucky strides. You can really bank on it, but then again, they're not full year projections always. But Josh's team has been doing pretty decent. Definitely better than a 16 and 15, I would have thought.
Well, this was the highest he's been in power. I think he's been either a top 7 or a borderline 7.
Yeah, maybe I'm just getting a little overhyped on this last week.
I thought you were going in the way you said good weeks. I thought you were going in the way of Josh just had his best week.
And he's going to carry that over this week.
You're right. He's going to beat Austin, isn't he? I'd like to see it happen, but
hey, it's upset week.
You're right. You gave yourself the win.
It's upset week.
But I think Josh's team is good. I'm not saying it's bad. He just got Miles Turner back.
Big.
Which is definitely, is big.
Not massive, but big.
It's pretty big. He's a good stat guy. I wouldn't have had myself in first in this division, but the way my team's playing, I'll consider myself a chance. But I have a few questions and we'll go. I think we've been pretty quick.
Okay, fairly.
I know you want to go home. So, out of your top 7 teams here in real standings.
Top 7.
Top 7. Who is a pretender?
Who is a pretender?
Yes.
That's really hard to say. Right now, just off of rank, right off of power rankings, you got to say Austin, Corey, Sean, and Heath, the top four. I know I said Heath is going to be a better team, but showing off of just straight games played, Sean, Corey, and Austin, those three right there are obviously the top three. No pretending there. Kelly's team has done it all right. Dropped this last week, but did decent the week before, I think. So maybe pretending at 5. I don't know. I don't think it's a stretch because her team does have a lot of consistency on there, a lot more than a lot of teams. I don't know. It's really hard to say. I'd say right now, until we see what Santana's team is actually going to do, I'd say he's a pretender.
Okay. Well, that's fine. And you already said that me, Austin, and Sean were the real big contenders. You talked about Heath probably being one, his team.
Yeah.
But I know we've always talked about his team every week, and we're expecting it to do better. Still waiting for that. So, hoping to see that this week. Maybe. I mean,
that trade, knocking him out.
Knocking him down. Bottom 7 here. Who do you think's a contender?
Holiday season.
I knew you were going to say that, but
no, I'll be real with all y'all that don't know. I mean, that's fine. We'll keep that out. Y'all don't have the knowledge that I do, but that's okay.
So I want you to say what you told me
no,
earlier. Tell me what you said earlier.
It's all right. But okay. We can't go with Dominic. We can't go with Kyle. Man, Brandon had that hot first week, but I don't like it.
Did he have good 2 weeks?
Did he? Maybe he was top something.
He was first after.
Obviously, the easiest one to say. Cody's team at 8. I don't think that's 8. I don't think he's worth an 8.
I think the easiest is Victor.
Yeah. That's where I was going. I named everybody else. Victor is obviously going to be. Victor's worth a 4 to 6 spot easily right now.
Yeah.
And that's not saying high. That's not saying low. Like that's saying like, if I would name like the top 4, 5, and 6, it's probably like him, Rusty, and I don't know. It'd be a throw up between maybe Josh, maybe Callie, maybe I don't know. I would say those would be like the top 4 through 7.
But see, that's the great thing about this. It's been a tight year outside of Austin.
Outside of me and Austin.
Yeah. But I mean, what about? I say this every week. I don't continue to ask this question every week until we actually know. Who's your bottom 4 out? The playoffs.
Bottom 4 out?
Has it changed?
I don't know. You can't really go off bottom of rankings right now because there's so much that happens, so many injuries. Definitely. Well, you can't say late into your trades because most of the time by trade deadline and after All-Star break injuries, that's not going to affect that's really not going to affect your playoff rank, shouldn't. But I don't know. That's hard to say. I hate to say it. Maybe Dominic makes this change after this week's win over Cody, but Dominic and Kyle for sure. Rusty's team hasn't been that great.
But I mean, he's in playoffs right now.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. I mean,
I don't know if Brandon's team is this bad.
Yeah, I didn't know it was 11.
I mean, I'm not. Hey, y'all can say me. Post it in the chat. My team sucks. Hey, that's fine. We can say me. It ain't gonna happen, but it's too hard to say right now. It's still way too early to really say who's, because like I said, Brandon's flip flopped. Who knows if he's real or not?
Yeah.
Aside from us bottoms, right now it looks like me, Rusty, and Kyle, and Dominic.
It is tough to pick now.
I don't think Santana because of his Chris Paul, because of his. I don't know. Santana's right there too.
I think he's borderline of making it. Not his record's not.
He's easily like the 5 or 6 out of the 4.
Yeah, like I mean, he's fine right now. He's sitting 7th seed, which is I mean, playoff worthy, and I mean not the bottom.
But man, he's had lucky weeks to stay in the standings, to still be on bottom of power every week. But he is 17-17. That's a pretty good start.
But you touched on it with Brandon's team having, is it really this bad? He just had a
terrible at first, was it really this real? And then is it really this bad? So who knows?
I mean, you have Callie bouncing back this week. I think it's going to be hard for her to beat Sean. I really do. But I think Callie has a good team. Like you said, it's very consistent. It was the most picked in the first poll of the year. I don't think she's a bottom 14, but I don't know how her schedule goes. I mean, if she goes, like, let's say she loses to Sean, plays
Mhm.
Austin, and plays some tough teams, that puts you in a bad spot.
Yeah, it does.
And last question before we go. I know you expect to be a top 3 team by the end of the year. I know that. That's what you told me.
100.
100%. Top 3 team end of the year.
Yeah.
My question to you is, hypothetically speaking, since you're going to be a top 3 team, your last 2 games, the end of the season, are both against Austin.
Y'all gonna see when that whooping comes.
Now, that's not the way I'm going with this.
the
I'm about to
whipping
say-
chain. What?
If your playoff hopes rely on putting high category wins
I won't be in
against
that
Austin,
position.
huh?
I won't be in that position.
Well, I'm saying hypothetically.
Okay, hypothetically,
Hypothetically
I am
speaking.
borderline, and I need a 8-3.
You need, let's say you need 15 wins in those last 2 weeks to make
Okay.
playoffs.
Okay.
Will you scramble the waiver wire, or will you hope your
Well,
team?
there's no question. You have to scramble the waiver
Okay, I mean,
wire.
I didn't know how big you were going to put.
I mean, it really depends. No, I will not. Like if John Collins right now averaging 21 minutes, and he's averaging 8 rebounds, a block and a half, and like 12 points, whatever he's averaging, really good and very low minutes. When he does get that starting position, when Alex Ling gets the starting position, there's a lot of doubts. But if I absolutely do not have a droppable list, multiple players on my team going into playoffs, I wouldn't drop them, because then that would just screw me going into playoffs, and that would screw me going to the championship.
Yeah.
So no, I would not. If I don't have multiple guys actually turn into keepers, then yes, I would. It just depends. But I am not going to drop 4 or 5 players on my team for hopes of winning. When if I did win, like if I would end up winning, I wouldn't have quite as good of a chance winning the next matchup. And that, if I ain't going all the way, I mean, I don't know.
Oh, sure. I think this is Brandon's biggest problem every year, is his moves throughout the season. He's 3 moves so far this year, and like he's sitting 11th. I think that needs to pick up. But outside of that, vote on the poll.
Please vote on polls.
I would say watch the
Be
video.
live in messages. Not everybody has. There's 3 other people outside of this that does not have an iPhone.
Yeah. Would say watch the video, but you gotta watch the video in order to, hear me say that. So, we'll catch you all next week, hopefully. But other than that, you got anything to say?
Nah, peace out.
Bye.